Prior to starting the project, I didn't really have any knowledge of working on such big scale projects, and this made me really eager and excited to start working alongside Hereward College. I already had really good people skills, so I knew this would come in handy when meeting all the students and staff at Hereward. I got to teach the students briefly how to use an SLR camera and a compact camera, as they were intrigued by the photographer's ones. They were also given their own compact one to photograph their daily life, which I was asked to give feedback on their image making. I feel as if I made a really strong connection and bond with both the Hereward students and the staff. Working in a team in the project was tough at times, as sometimes not everyone pulled their weight or didn't show up to the meeting, so everyone had to pull together to make the most out of what we could. Although it was tough at times, I found that working in a team was very helpful, and we all combined ideas and came up with the best solutions as a result of that. When working on a team on a photo shoot in the studio or on location, I found myself assisting and directing more than taking the actual images, and surprisingly I enjoyed that more, which I didn't really expect to. I went into this experience thinking I would really enjoy the style of photography I would be doing, which was photographing the ways in which the students' autism affected their daily life. But I actually found myself to not really enjoy doing this as much, but actually just standing back and documenting the interactions of the group when we met up every week, and also helping direct the photo shoots. I have to say, I found it quite challenging at times working with some of the briefs of the students. By doing this experience, I found out that this may not actually be the career path I want to go down. It hasn't made me figure out exactly what I want to do yet, but at least now I know it's not this. I definitely think that this experience will benefit me in the future because it has taught me quite a lot. I got to work in a fantastic college which caters for students with autism and other special needs. Therefore, I got to enhance my people skills and learn how to shape the way I work and think around different types of people. As well as that, I got to work on my photographing, editing and curating skills throughout the project. My work is also going to be featured in a fanzine which will be in around many UK schools, and I'm also still working with Hereward College towards creating an exhibition. I have already started to select final images, sizes, as well as printing them with one other photographer for the exhibition later on in the year, which is actually really exciting. Overall, I have had a fantastic time working on the Hereward Guide to Autism project and found out a lot about myself as a photographer. In the future projects, I think I will need to be a bit more proactive and not be afraid to make mistakes, but just to put myself a bit more out there. As well as working on the Hereward project, I worked on some fashion shoots for my professional experience. Going into this experience, I wasn't keen on fashion photography and wasn't planning on going into doing professional experience around it, but out of requests of photographing people's garments designs, as well as also being asked to photograph specific shoots, I decided to try fashion again. I'd done a lot of fashion photography in my A-level and stopped as I didn't really enjoy it, but actually from having done some more professional experience in it, I found my love of it again. I learnt some new skills such as working in the studio, as I wasn't very confident with all the lights and equipment, so I was really pleased to learn how to use all that properly and confidently, which I'll definitely carry with me onto my future jobs. I found it very easy to direct the shoots, and as I made sure to talk to the fashion designer or director before the day of it, so I knew exactly what they wanted to portray in the images produced. I'd done most of my work for fashion students as they needed to showcase their garments with professional photographs. My main fashion photography experience was photographing GQ's editor's daughter as she wanted some portfolio images. On the shoot we had a hairstylist, makeup artist, as well as myself photographing. The hairdresser approached me about this photo shoot as she knew I was studying photography at the university and asked if I would like to take on the job, which of course I was more than excited and willing to. It took us about 2 days to find the perfect location for it as it was Alice in Wonderland themed. Once that was sorted, we decided on a date and I travelled back to London for it. It was really exciting and I worked from really early in the morning until late that evening. We also had a known fashion designer lend us one of his dresses for the shoot, which he then later said after seeing the images he would like to have another shoot with clothes especially made for it. This was one of my greatest photography experiences so far, as I got to see many different sides to a professional photography shoot and learnt how much work really goes into preparing your own shoot. Editing and sending out all the images was also a long process, as I had to of course make sure I chose the very best images to send out to everyone for their own portfolios. Overall, all my fashion shoots they have all run pretty smoothly and gone to plan, but there have been the odd stressful moments. I quickly learnt certain things didn't always run to plan. On one shoot, the model turned up and then decided she didn't want to be photographed. I tried my best to make her feel comfortable in the situation and at ease, but she still didn't want to work. So that made the whole shoot run behind schedule, which was a bit annoying as I had to rush to another one after, which made my whole day run a bit late, which of course isn't professional. These are problems I will have to face in the future, and I'm glad I have come across one of them already. Overall, I really enjoyed my fashion photography professional experience and gained lots of new skills that I will carry on with me.